Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today I'm going to be doing a book review for Chris Hammer's Scrublands, and this was sent to me by Atari Books for review. This came out in December. I received it really close to its release date, and this was a final copy, so I was really grateful. I just couldn't get it immediately done. I had so many other books that were just kind of compiling on top of one another. I still got it done within December, so in the month of its release, but I didn't get to do my full in-depth review prior to its release date, so I do apologize for that. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this book because I think that it is quite interesting. Now, I don't want to turn this into a anti-gun conversation. That's not why I'm here. That's not the conversation I want to have. I myself do not own a gun, do not want to own a gun. I know how to shoot a gun, and I have learned that from an ex-partner, but I myself don't ever want a gun. I just don't like the idea of owning a gun. It bothers me. However, I support the right to own a gun. I just believe there should be stricter guidelines. That's all I'm going to say about it. But this book is about a shooting, so that's the reason I'm talking about guns. So in this book, the book opens on a group of parishioners at church, and their father goes into the church and then comes out with a shotgun and shoots several of the parishioners. The story then flash forwards a few years, and we are in this scenario where I believe it's a journalist. Yeah, okay. I'm not crazy. So a journalist comes into the town and wants to do some research on the effects of this shooting and what it did to the community. Now, this book is really timely. It's really relevant. The conversation of shootings and their aftermath is very prevalent. It makes it hard for me to discuss it on my channel because it is such a hot topic, and I feel as though I'm not fully capable of addressing the situation other than my opinion, and I don't want to stir up hate in the comments. Granted, if I do get hate in the comments, that's fine. I'm going to stand by my opinion, and if there's negative or mean comments, I will delete them. But overall, this book handled the shooting very well, and I felt as though the aftermath was an honest depiction of what I believe would be the response of a town after a mass shooting. It's traumatizing, it's world-crushing, it's devastating, and it is completely changing of an environment. And this book really addresses that like head on, and there is rumor amongst the town people that the priest was almost a saint for what he did. Nobody knows his reasoning. No one has the full story. No one has any idea the whole information. It's all tidbits and rumors and gossip. Some people believe the devil made him do it. It's very religiously undertoned. It's very sensitive to someone who might have gone through a similar experience, as much as it can be. Without the experience of a mass shooting, I don't believe you can fully grasp the response that a community would have. I think that there's a devastation involved in the victims of the shooting, involved in the families of the victims, involved in the victim of the shooter himself. the shooter is not the victim, but the shooter's family. There's elements to that family that will never be the same, and their trauma is great too. They've lost somebody in their life very close to them, potentially, and their viewpoint of the world is forever changed, and trust is lost, and safety is challenged. And this book takes that idea and really utilizes those feelings and fears and emotions and captures it in a very condensed amount of time. It's not the longest book. It's about 360 pages, which is not as long as some books might be when grappling with this kind of intense conversation. So, for me, it was difficult to read, but it was worth the read. I found it immensely moving and really interesting to kind of contemplate all the sides and traumas and triggers and experiences within the community, and how gossip can feed into the story of the shooter. I myself am of more of the belief that the shooter shouldn't be the focus of the crime. The victim should be the focus of the crime. Because by giving the shooter publicity and attention, you might be feeding into the reason that they did it in the first place, and you don't want to feed that bad behavior. And you don't want to encourage others to do the same to get the same glory. And this really, though it does focus on the story of why this man did it, it doesn't glorify, it doesn't simplify, and it doesn't make this man feel like a hero. Regardless of how some people believe he might be in this saint kind of world, the point and the truth is that he's not, and there's no rhyme or reason to what he did that could excuse the behavior. So I would recommend this book. I would say go into it with the knowledge that it's going to be hard. I would also say go into it with the knowledge that if you're going to read it, maybe don't read it around the time of a shooting. We've had our share of those in the last year, and it would be very difficult, I believe, to read this around the time of one of them. I myself respond very strongly to shootings, and I don't really bring them up on my channel because I have a lot of opinions, and I don't feel as though my opinion needs to be added to the ever constant noise. But in this scenario, I will voice my opinion because it is relevant to a book. But yeah, I definitely would say this is a good book. It's solid, it's worth a read, it's interesting, and it's a great character study. So, those are my thoughts and feels on Scrublands. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I want to give a shout out to my Patreons and give them my love, especially my newest Patreon, Kristen Byron. Thank you so much for your donation. It means so much to me, and it does help me immensely. I am really grateful that you guys understand where I'm coming from with my Patreon account. It means so much to me, and it gives me a lot of hope, and it gives me a lot of positive feedback. So thank you, and I'm glad you guys believe in me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I would love to see if you liked it. Give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, click that subscribe button down below. I've had a couple people ask me if I've posted my 2018 favorite reads. I have. I will link it at the end of this video and in the cards. If you are not receiving notifications when I post videos, go ahead and click that bell down below, and that will alert you to my notifications of when I post. And if you guys don't see me post on Tuesdays and Thursdays, go to my channel directly, and there should be a new video there at all times. Posting on Monday of the 31st was a specific reason to hit the new year with my 2018 favorites. Other than that, it's always Tuesdays and Thursdays. I would love to know if you guys would like to see a third video from me in the week. It is a potential that I could do that. I was originally doing 4 videos a week, and that felt a little intense. 2 videos a week is manageable, and I can do it, but if you'd like to see a third video a week, let me know, and I'll do some thinking and see what I can come up with, or if I can come up with it. Maybe it'll be every other week, maybe it'll be once a month, that sort of thing. But if you guys would like to see extra content, let me know. I will talk to you in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.